just mentioned that VerboLabs went on to represent India at the recent 75th Cannes Film Festival. So first, let me start off with the genesis of VerboLabs, what exactly it is, and how significant was reaching it, that the startup to Cannes Film Festival.
Okay, so VerboLabs is something that has been created from scratch, like from zero, for the industry that is into audiovisual, mostly into audiovisual. So basically, what we are doing is we have a base of over 5,000 people who have expertise in languages. So they are translators, they are video editors with great language skills so that they can adapt the videos to different languages. They are dubbing artists or voiceover artists having great diction and good modulation in those languages. So basically, we are serving to the media industry, media, entertainment. Also, we are serving to a lot of startups who are into consumer space and want to reach out to a lot of people all around the world with different languages. So we have created this base of 5,000 plus people who are supporting us with human intellect into languages. So there are various tools which would give you machine generated content, which is not as good right now. We also take help of machine content in some places where it is significant, but then a human intervention is definitely required, and that's where marketing, like machine cannot understand what would strike the minds of people, what would convince them to buy. But here we have copywriters, we have voiceover artists who would really make sure that the brand attracts the audience.
Like just you mentioned about the vastness of the startup that you are running, and it's been like over 5 years, right? 4 to 5 years. 2017 it
Yes.
was started. How was the Cannes experience? Because again, this was the first time that India was the honor of the nation at Market du Cannes, and it was altogether the first happening during this particular Cannes. We saw our INB minister going and then giving incentives for the startups to run in specifically this industry. So if you can share some of your experience from the same.
Sure. So since India was the country of honor, so of course we were kind of welcomed into the event. It was not okay. This is one of the countries who's coming. We were the guest of honor. So yeah, we were welcomed into that. And for startups like us, it was a great opportunity to represent the country. Of course, we got to meet a lot of people there, to interact with our ministers also, to interact amongst ourselves and with other companies all across the globe who are into the audiovisual industry. So it was a great experience, especially India being the country of honor. So we were like welcomed with uh, more eagerness.
Actually, I can see as you speak the spark in your eyes, like the you must be revisiting all the memories, how it went, and if we talk about Verbo Labs, like in audio visual, why specifically going in this path? Was this like something that you have already planned, or maybe a bridge that you saw and you thought of filling that gap?
Okay, so when I was in college and I just wanted to work for part time for some time, I was good with languages, with writing. So I was thinking maybe get an opportunity and earn something. Then I started it. When I worked for 2 to 3 months, I understood that there's a huge gap in the market. There are companies who are coming to the freelancing platforms to hire people to work on languages, and then these people are of course having their other jobs, and they're just doing freelancing for 2 hours a day, and they're not very punctual, not very sincere towards it. And even if they're sincere, like it's very difficult to get the jobs on freelancing platforms because you have to consistently apply for them. You have credits, you spend the credits, then you buy the credits, then again apply, then you apply to 10 different posts or 10 different companies, then you get one. So very inconsistent in terms of earnings also for freelancers. So I thought, why not bridge this gap? So I started VerboLabs, wherein we have registered 5,000 plus people with us. They have been tested. We are sure about their quality, their punctuality, everything has been tested. And then they are being onboarded. Onboarded with an NDA to ensure that there's no data leakage from any end. Because we are into audiovisual industry, a lot of like stuff comes in which is unreleased, so we have to ensure that. Okay, so these people are very sincere, very good with quality, and then we are able to bridge the gap. They have consistent income because we are giving them regular jobs, and then we also as a company have consistent clients, because then they don't have to search these individual peoples and test them. Because if you want to hire 20 different resources for 20 different people, I mean, you will have to talk to so many people and then judge them on freelancing platforms, which is very tough. So yeah.
Seems like a very tedious task to me. Like when you are telling about the numbers, and it seems a Herculean task to take upon, and to work with it. इसमें जितने भी elements हैं, they are very different elements coming all together. So was it a challenge for you initially when you started off, and especially when we specify that a women entrepreneur done that, and right now we are seeing the rise in women entrepreneurs, and they're taking up the task to build something of their own. So how would you explain this process of the challenges that you must have faced?
Okay, so challenge is with everything, with job, with managing family, with managing a company. Everything is a challenge, and then that is what makes life fun, right? So yeah, initially there was a lot of challenge with regards to hiring good quality people. What are the parameters on which we should test them? So it took little bit of time to understand how to test them, how to get them, how to ensure their quality and consistency. But then after we streamlined everything and built a super strong team, so it's going well. And as a woman entrepreneur, I think with regards to our society, I would say we get a better opportunity than men. Why? Because men cannot leave their jobs and start something of their own. Like they are at a high risk. If they are not, if they are failing, if men are failing with their startups, society would say, okay, they could not do something, they're not earning much. But for women, earning is not something which is like really attached to us as women. So it's like, okay, you can hustle, you can try, and then if you make it, like it's great. If you're not making it, it's okay, you will manage family or you will join another job, and that is okay. Like society does not expect too much. It expects, of course, family, managing the family and all, but then yeah, I took it to my advantage. And yeah, so it was easy for me to leave my job and start something. If my husband would have done it, it might have been difficult for him, like to leave the job. Parents would be consistently asking, okay, is it going well, are you earning enough? So yeah.
The sustaining point comes with it, because as right now the numbers suggest that DPIIT recognized, we have over 70,000, 72,000 startups registered, and 100 plus unicorns now we have in India. But there's this culture now going on where people are questioning about the sustainability of a startup. So how a startup is sustained, like when you think of a product and you are now launching it in the market and going global, how do you maintain the cycle of being sustained, and keeping that authenticity as well?
Okay, for me as a person, I'm a very low key person. I just want to ensure that whatever is coming in, we are not spending more than that. So it is a bootstrap startup. It's not funded, my company. Okay, I started it from zero, and it's all my investment, whatever went into, and then it's rotating. So we are growing only that much, which is allowed as per the finances that we have. So that is one thing that we are doing to maintain it sustainably, to ensure that we don't have to lay off anyone, to ensure that we are also growing in the right direction with happiness. So yeah, I mean, for with regards to sustainability, you have to ensure that finances are in place, really, because you cannot plan something which is not in your scope and then then it just comes back to you.
जैसे अब कांस का हुआ था तो वहां पर भी बात हुई कि ऑडियो एंड मीडिया इज स्पेसिफिकली मीडिया इंडस्ट्री में वी आर गोइंग टू बी द कंटेंट हब एंड राइट नाउ बिकॉज यू आर वर्किंग with all those set of people who are going to decide the fortune of this country in being the content hub. So that's why is it shaping well? Like when you talk and interact
Yeah,
with
yeah,
people,
it's
you
going
see.
well. I met a lot of people, and especially from India, they're like amazing people. You cannot say, like earlier, you were like, okay, they're from India, so must not be that good. Their quality might not be matching the international standards. That's not so right now. Everybody is doing so well, not just in content industry, everywhere, everywhere. It's all like whatever we are doing is at the international levels.
I was also reading that your company has gone global now. You have US clients, and right now, as we are seeing, that translation is we are watching. We are so much into Korean dramas, Hollywood movies. So, is that the internationalization into the Indian market is helping in any way?
Yeah, yeah, that's helping a lot. A lot of Korean movies are being dubbed into Hindi, Tamil, a lot of Indian languages. So yeah, our movies are going there, dubbing into their languages or subtitling into their languages. Our companies are going international into the global markets, publishing our content or our material into different languages. So their companies are also coming here. So it's like a global village kind of scenario. Everybody is getting connected with each other, understanding each other's culture. So yeah, I think it's both the ways. We are getting the benefit of watching their content, they are getting the benefit of watching our quality content and interacting with each other and really respecting each other's cultural things.
So yeah, you are like bridging the gap between two things. You are in the middle, and you're
Yeah.
taking in, and then winding up everything and giving out.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. So, what is like in the conclusion? We'll just conclude this segment. And what is the vision of the company? Where you want to take it ahead in the next coming years, and how do you see it? Coming this far as well.
Okay, so VerboLabs is already amongst the top 10 localization companies in India, and we really want to put our name in the global list by providing quality content. Of course, that's like key, nothing else. So quality content is there, then everybody, all the clients would be happy, the audience would be happy understanding the content that we have delivered, and yeah, we want to be among the top leaders with quality.
I think it is so subtle, the vision that you are putting forward. It is so subtle, it is so simple, and it is so straightforward.
Yeah. Only the
I just,
path is a
yeah.
bit, tricky.
How is it tricky? If you just enlighten.
Okay, so to reach there, of course, we have to do a lot of things. We have to automate a lot of systems. We have started with some softwares. We have digitalized our data. We have we have to launch a software wherein clients can come in and then they can share the request, and it's all automated. It directly goes to the translator wherein they can provide the delivery quality content to them, and there is a QC step in between. So yeah, everything is planned and is in process, but when it is launched, then what are the revisions that need to be done into the system? So yeah, that will take a little bit of time. So that is the path that I'm talking about. You cannot reach like global levels so easily. So